Welcome back to Hunberta, Hunberta. She's your favorite MLM Hun. Yeah. I don't have a theme song yet.
Slacker.
Here we go.
So I know that a lot of you guys have concerns about what's going on in the company.
Yes. Let's talk about the
I think
company.
first and foremost, the best thing that you can do is to be on every single call. I know that they say not to have onboarded people in the calls because we share a lot of proprietary information. But it's also a lot of really good information. So if you don't feel comfortable getting on the call, have your sponsor get on the call.
Just information control. That's all that is.
And then have her take notes for you.
Compartmentalizing people into
They address a lot of
groups.
the concerns that you guys have, and I try my best to reiterate that. It's hard. I'm experiencing the same growing pains that you guys are experiencing. I don't have
growing
any sort of
pains. That's what they
privileges
called it.
being
Show
in the
me
company
that's
a little bit
my
longer or anything
looking.
like that. I'm still waiting on boxes. Oh, thank you. Hi, thank you. It's hot, so like my makeup's like sweating off my face. I'm like, argh. I experience
Get to the
same
point.
hiccups and growth that you guys are experiencing.
Yeah.
When I joined the company, we had no leggings,
True story.
so that was fun.
True story.
For 2 months, I was like, join my group and get some leggings, all these free leggings. And then when I onboarded, they're like, so we're out of leggings. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what?
Who's in charge here?
So I know I
Good old
felt it.
LuLaRoe.
I felt it then. I feel it now. Our company is exploding. It's imploding inside of itself. It is so big. One of you said it's like a mom and pop running a billion-dollar company, and it really is. You know, they could sell
Cue
this
the
company for $1
banjo
billion
music.
and be like, Psh, we're moving to Tahiti. But they don't want to do that because
Hold on, check that out. So that, what I just said, it wasn't Tahiti that they threatened. They actually said this to us. Like they threatened us, but it wasn't Tahiti. And I pulled it up when I was checking this video. I heard myself say this and I was like, oh, let me read you the direct quote so we know exactly what Mark was saying. Because this is from the lawsuit. Like this is in the lawsuit, this quote. The suit claims that Mark Stidham said on September 7th, 2018. So roughly 1 year from this video of me saying, like, this is what he actually said. Look, guys, I'm not going to pay you a fucking dime unless a judge orders me to pay it. And Deanne and I will take our $200 to $300 million to the Bahamas and fuck everything. I know, Jaja. It's obnoxious.
The worst.
their whole passion of this company is helping people like me and you succeed and make money and like have a job where you can stay home and have a job where you can take care of your family, or have a job where you can travel the world and do what you want and still make a good, decent, livable wage. So they're not going to sell the company to some big, huge firm that's going to, you know, make it super corporate or anything like that. Like, and with that, unfortunately, comes.
If they sold it to a legitimate company, the legitimate company would be like, this is a pyramid scheme. Like, that's not sustainable. This is a scam. They couldn't have sold it to anybody other than another MLM, because every other company in this world has rules and regulations except MLM. They were never going to sell it because the scam doesn't work that way.
Hiccups where we're hitting these barricades where we're like, we've never done this before and we don't know how to proceed, but we are hiring so many people. Like, it is unbelievable. We have like 800 people that work at home office. Like, that's crazy. Our company's been around for 3 years and we have 800 people.
And they told us that, but I don't know if that's true.
We literally cannot hire people fast enough. Like, we cannot hire and train people fast enough. The company is just growing so big.
Is it because everyone's quitting because they're like, this is a scam of a company?
The only people that are saying that are people that are onboarded. All of you that aren't onboarded will say at the same time, how come they're not onboarding so many people? I've been waiting 2 months.
Wow. So there I am talking about the oversaturation and how the people in LuLaRoe, like pretty much every single MLM that's exploding in size because you can't get what you need and your customers are getting poached and your customers are turning into reps, and it's a telltale sign.
Tale as old as time.
The people that are inside are like, no, stop onboarding people. And the people that are waiting in line are like, onboard more people. I want to join. Like, you can't make everybody happy.
So it's very, very hard to make everybody happy. They're doing the best that they possibly can. When we started with this company,
you know what would make everybody happy if LuLaRoe just ended.
I got to see the original warehouse.
It just ceased
to
exist.
Tiny warehouse.
I'd be happy.
And that sustained us for about 2 years, I think. And then we had to get a bigger warehouse.
I have a picture
And
of the tiny warehouse too.
we get a bigger warehouse and we grow out of it. We get a bigger warehouse and we grow out of it. When I joined, we had one big warehouse, and that's where all the onboarding shipments were coming from and where all the regular shipments were coming from. And onboarding was really slow because there were people that were already in the company complaining that they weren't getting shipments because the onboarders were taking everything. And then there was nothing for them, and we just didn't have enough stuff. And we were only onboarding like 40 or 50 people a day
That's still so much. Imagine 40 to 50 targets opening every day.
when I joined. I think now it's like 500 a day, which is unheard of. I would have onboarded
500 people a day?
in like a week had we been doing it like that. So I just know that everybody at home office wants you to succeed, and everybody at home office cares about you, even if they don't know you or they don't know your name. They do care about you.
No, they don't.
And we have our home office team there 24/7. They are pulling all-nighter shifts. They are working their butts off. That's why I want to take a little field trip up there soon and bring them pizza.
We never did that.
Hi, we have pizza for you. We love you and we understand. When you
We
meet
didn't
these
do that,
people,
but I
you
did
realize
think
that they're
about it.
people just like us. You know, they're answering these angry phone calls, and there's consultants out there that are screaming at them and yelling at them, and you know, it's not their fault. They're just taking the phone calls. They're just the middleman.
Like we really were going to take a field trip up there, like my Southern California team girlies, to go visit Lachey and bring home office pizza. Like it was literally.
It's disheartening and it's hard, and I know that home office is trying really, really hard, and I know that Deanne has cried because she is so upset.
Poor
that
Deanne. She's so
not
sad.
able to help everybody.
That's not why
Because
she's
there are
crying.
just so many little problems that become bigger problems, like the phones. There's a lot of people calling because they have two pieces missing in their inventory or in their
Well, then
in their
don't
box,
forget to
which
give
is
people their
so
stuff.
easy.
That's the solution to
I'll
that. You
handle
don't want
this
people
later
calling to
kind of an
complain about
issue.
missing
Like
items.
it's two classic tees. It's not a big deal. I have a stack of like 3 or 4 invoices that are all missing like 1 or 2 pieces.
I still have them. We talked about it in the last video, and I had more, so many more missing items came to me after I here 8 months in. I'm like, assume innocence. LuLaRoe loves you. Lies.
I wait until I have a good amount, and then I send a ticket in and I said, hey, I'm missing pieces from this order. I'm missing this and this. From this order, I'm missing this and this. From this order, I'm missing this and this.
Very
Instead of
rarely did I
having,
get
like,
that back.
5 or 10 different tickets. It's one ticket that says these are all the things that I'm missing. It's very quick. I do it once a month. Then I get a box of back ordered missing inventory, and it's handled itself.
I mean,
Little tiny things
it
that
was
aren't
efficient,
emergencies,
but I shouldn't have had to do it in the first place.
made into a ticket. It's not a huge deal if you ordered 50 Carlys and you only got 47 of them. Those 3 Carlys out there, they'll come to you as long as you let home office know, hey, you missed this.
I wish that was true.
Another thing about ordering that I've noticed, we are about, I don't know, last week we were about 6 days behind in shipping. So you have
kind of a lot.
5 days, like once you place an order, you have 5 days for them to pack it and before they can ship it. So they were about 6 days behind that. So it was like you're placing an order and you weren't getting it for 2 weeks.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So I remember this. So when you ordered something from LuLaRoe, the moment that you ordered it and placed the order and like the ticket was made, home office had 5 days to fulfill that order and ship it. I mean, they're not Amazon. That's what they always told us. I get that. But I think even 5 days to ship an order is pretty generous. So they were 11 days behind. Like that
I
is,
believe that wait time has shortened. I'll know more tomorrow when we have our
this
home
is
office
why
call.
like my sister would ask like, what is shipping time taking forever?
But
And then she
what
would get
I
in
did
trouble
was
from
because
my
I went
upline.
2 weeks without anything new, and I was just like, ugh, and I did like an outfit sale, and I did like a leggings sale. We're just gonna do leggings. If you buy 2 pairs of solids, you get a print free or whatever. You can, whatever you want to do, that kind of stuff. Those work. People like that kind of thing. People like who you are, and they want to shop from who you are, not just because you have the Carly they want. There are definitely people out there that are only going to shop from you because you have the Carly or the leggings.
This
that
is
they
just
want.
normal
But
business
there's a lot
advice.
of people out there that want to shop from you because they care about you. Today I did a live sale really quick, shop the box. I got a box this morning. I had Carly's Classics and Irma's in it. I sold 3 Carly's and 2 Classics. And I have a girl that wants to join our team. So go live in your group, even if you don't want to sell live in your group, go live in your group and let them see who you are. Let them see your personality. You know, maybe your profile picture is a picture of
this
you
is
and
all
Mickey
normal,
Mouse, and they're like,
decent,
oh, she
good
likes
business
Disney. I like
advice
Disney
for
too. I can
anybody
relate
who
to
has an
her.
online
But when you
business
go
and wants
live
to
and
sell
they
things.
see your like little
Again, focusing on the
like little
sales.
idiosyncratic
Still.
things and your little quirks and the way you say things and how personable you can be, you become a real person to them, especially if you recognize their names and you say hi to them and you start realizing, hey, I have that order for you. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in your order and save you on the shipping. Don't worry about it. Like, you know, there's a pending order and they bought something else. They like to know that this person in this group of 2,000 people, like, reached out to them and said, hey, Anne, I got that order ready for you. I'll go ahead and throw this t-shirt into that. Like, they want to hear that. I'm friends, like a lot of my customers who have shopped with me several times have become my friends on Facebook. They add me as a friend. I'm not weird about my Facebook page. If you're going to be creepy, I'm going to block you. But like, if you're just a customer and you just want to be a part of my life, that's fine. I add them as a friend. I see all their things, and when I see them in the live sales, I comment and I say, hey, your photos are really inspiring. Good job on losing 20 pounds. Happy birthday. You just had a birthday. Things like that.
Cringy.
If you make your customer feel personally connected to you, they're going to buy things from you because they like you, not just because you have new things. They're going to want to buy things from you just because they like you.
I mean, all of this is basic business advice for anybody who's working a service industry based business. This is all the stuff that I learned when I became a hairstylist. These are all things that I was like told how to treat people. My dad sold cars. Like, he taught me, you know, how to treat people, how to get people to come back. Word of mouth is the best. Always treat people great. Like, this is all super solid, just basic business advice. The problem is this super solid, awesome business advice about how to be personable and how to be just a good salesperson. It doesn't translate into MLM because MLM is a scam. And doing good things in a bad system is never going to work. Like, you have to play the game. You have to be scammy.
Right now, this week, I'm doing everything that I sell for the whole week. I'm doing a 10% goes to Relay for Life, and my cousins are walking. I'm walking with them on Saturday, and I'm going to bring them a donation. It's going to be 10% of everything that I sold this week.
I was always doing this kind of stuff. I was always doing donations and collecting things for other fundraisers. That's the thing. That's why this feels like a real business. Because without the tether of LuLaRoe, what I was doing here was solid business advice, solid everything. And the fact that like it's a scam, like, it just breaks my heart.
I think that's really awesome. And one girl was like, really, you're doing that? Well, go ahead and throw that Black Classic in too. She bought 2 Carlys and was like, I think I'm done. And when she heard that I was walking Relay for Life and I was going to donate a portion of my sales for the entire week, she went ahead and threw in the Black Classic and bought a Black Classic tee. It gives you a bit of personal connection.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
I'm telling you, I'm never wrong.
But it's still cringy. And you shouldn't use things like that to sell your MLM. But I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Which is really important. They can buy a Black Classic tee. I got Black Classic tees on my freaking rack. They don't need to buy the one from the box. There's on the rack. Another thing you can do is you can take your entire rack of Cassie's that they've seen 1,000 bajillion times, and you can sell those live. You can say, we're going to do all the Cassie's in my inventory. I'm going to answer all your questions. We're going to do close-ups. I'm going to show you how cute these are. I don't think the pictures do them justice. Let me show you how great these are. And you sell them live.
Sometimes I surprise
myself. Show them
myself.
live. And they come in because they want to watch you and they want to see you and they think that you're cute and funny.
I'm adorable.
You have a crazy daughter that runs around in her underwear and they want to see her mermaid butt. Whatever it is. It doesn't matter. They want to come see you and they want to shop from you. I've gotten multiple people that are like, I love shopping from you because you're a real person.
Okay, so here's something. Sometimes I'm a hunbot and sometimes I'm a real person, like I just said. And I think as I'm watching these back and I'm sort of realizing when I'm a hunbot and when I'm a person is when I'm being myself and when I'm giving genuine advice and trying to help people and trying to solve problems and find solutions to things and like make everybody happy and successful. That's when I'm myself and I'm really altruistic and I'm like, oh, here's some really good business advice that's worked for me. Let's talk about things that could work for you too. When I'm a hunbot is when I am delivering messages from LuLaRoe. When I am told you need to talk about your team because they're too mouthy. You need to talk to your team because they're asking negative questions. You need to talk to your team about the way that we do things around here. that's when I'm a hun bot. It's those very obvious, like LuLaRoe centric and like home office messages that are being pushed through me when I become hun body. But when you leave me to my own device, I default back to regular Berta, which is like who you see normally. I would give this advice to anybody who had a business now who was asking me like, what can I do? And I'd say, oh, like come up with these ideas or themes, or is there something you can do? Is there a charity you can, do you know what I mean? Like these are all decent pieces of advice.
So always share your successes. Don't share negative things, but share your successes. You can share.
I was so close to being right. And then I said, don't be negative. Still a little hun body. There's still a little bit. But again, that's a LuLaRoe message. I don't care if you're negative.
You know, a bit of your life, you know, that you overcame an eating disorder, or you survived cancer, things like that. Things that make you a real person and connect you to people who maybe out there don't feel like anybody is like them, and you can connect with them on that level, and your sales will be different because of it.
I hate that I said all of that. That's so cringy. I understand what I'm saying. And in a normal business, that would be good advice.
There's always money in the banana stand.
To connect with the community, to connect with different things like that, right? I don't like the fact that I said that you should share your life for the sole purpose of sales, which sucks. Sharing your cancer or your eating disorder, which is so cringy and nothing that I would ever recommend anybody to do now. Hindsight's 2020. I know better now. I didn't know then, but wow. Good job, Roberta, for saying the worst thing possible. But yeah, that is a LuLaRoe delivered message. So that's why
people will want to buy from you just because they care about you as a person. If you make them feel like you care about them too. So things, I know sales are slow. It's summer. Sales are always slow in summer.
Sales are always slow in a scam.
Summer, like zero, right? You buy a bathing suit at the beginning and a cover up and you're like, I'm done. In fact, the only clothes I bought are LuLaRoe clothes. I haven't even bought
so much clothes. I know it's not technically summer yet, but I bought clothes already this summer. For summer. Shorts, so many shorts. Cute dresses.
Do a back to school sale. It doesn't even have to be you're going back to school and your kids need an outfit. It could be your kids are going back to school and mama needs a new outfit because she now gets to go to lunch with her other friends whose kids are in school, and it's your back to school sale, and I'm going to do 10% off, or I'm going to do free shipping, or I'm going to do both. I'm going to do free shipping over $50 instead of $100, and I'm going to do 10% off for back to school. And you can just tell people that in an instant message or whatever you want to do. Free shipping is always a really great discount because you can say it out loud and nobody is going to be like, she's doing it lower.
Okay. That right there, being able to say it out loud, because we had to sell at a minimum advertised price or a MAP price. I couldn't say that I'm going to give everybody 10% off. I could let them know privately, oh, you're getting 10% off or whatever. I couldn't advertise that. I could advertise free shipping. Or if I think if you lived, when they were doing the tax nexus, a lot of people that lived in tax-free states would say like, you don't pay taxes with me because I'm a tax-free state. But then we found out that that's super illegal. So yeah.
And a percentage off is really great too, because, you know, back to school is always like 15% off, save 15%. So back to school is really great. And it doesn't even have to be, I don't sell kids clothes, or I mean, I sell kids clothes, but you don't have to go, how am I going to do back to school? I'm not selling kids clothes. You can do back to school because I'm a mom and my kid's going to school and now I get to have my afternoons free and I'm going to go have lunch with my friends and I need a new cute outfit. So make it that way.
I mean, I feel like it's solid business advice, but it's lost because it's a scam. All of this, if you have a business, all of this works. You can take all of this advice. It's fantastic advice. If you're in an MLM, this is not great. This video is actually an hour long and we're barely into it. And I'm trying to keep these videos like between 10 and 20 minutes so that people can actually watch them the whole way through and not leave. So we're going to say that this is the beginning or the end of this part of this video, but we'll dive into it more because I say a lot of stuff that I think we need to hear. We talk more about LuLaRoe and what's going on at the office and all of these things. And I think it's important, but it'll be a different day because I'm hungry. And I have other things to do. And the sun is setting and I'm losing my natural light and I'm hot and I'm sweaty and I've done enough work on my day off. I appreciate you guys. I hope you learned something and you enjoyed this video and I'll see you next time. Bye.